show where you don't even have to leave your house to win $50,000. Now, you've tuned into the right place because today we have the hottest radio DJs from around the country. They're playing to win money for their favorite charities. So let's see who we have on the air right now. From 104.7 KISS FM, the #1 drive time show in Phoenix, it's John Jay and Rich. From 99.5 WYCD in Detroit, Michigan, she's the Redneck Barbie. On the #1 rated show in the Motor City, it's Linda Lee. From 99.7 KZPT in Kansas City, Missouri, it's the incomparable Nikki Pace. And from the wild 94.1, the Bays Party Station in Tampa, Florida, it's Orlando Davis. Such a privilege to have you all here. Thank you so much for joining us today. Here's how this works. All you guys have to do is figure out America's opinions on all kinds of crazy topics, and then you win money for your favorite charity. Are you guys ready to play?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Here we go. The first question is worth $100. Two possible answers here are tell the child or flush and replace. The question is, what did parents of young children say they would do if their kid's goldfish died? Would they tell the child or pull the old flush and replace? All right, everybody's got their answers down. We'll start with John, Jay, and Rich. Pleasure to have you guys on the show.
Okay, yeah. This is very exciting for us, and I'm an expert in this. I've got 3 little kids, and most of our fish die within, I'd say, 2 to 3 days. So far, we have had four Luke Skywalker the fish. I should replace right there.
All right, so John, Jay, and Rich say flush and replace. Everybody flip your cards. Let's see what you picked. We got to tell the child Nikki's doing the right thing. Orlando and Linda are agreeing with the flush and replace. The correct answer for $100 with 92% of the vote. They said, tell the child. So congrats to Nikki. She's getting $100. But before we get any further, John, Jay, and Rich, I'm curious, for those who are uninitiated, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves and your show?
Well, we're on in 13 cities. We do pretty much pop culture, so we should have gotten that entirely right. I blame John Jay.
And you can hear our show on our website, johnjayandrich.com. We podcast it. We're on iTunes and all that stuff, so it's pretty cool.
And real quick, you know, what's the charity that you guys are playing for today?
We're playing for John Jay and Rich Cares for Kids. It goes to help kids that are living within foster homes right now, and there are a lot of them in Arizona, almost 14,000.
Wow, that's a fantastic cause. Thank you guys for joining us today. Time for the next question. This is worth $200. It's absolutely anybody's game. Here are the 2 possible answers. We've got looking in a mirror or texting. The question is, what did women under 21 say they could go longer without doing? Is it looking in a mirror or is it texting? All right, answers are in. Miss Linda, we'll go to you. Tell us about yourself, Linda.
I'd like to think, the better half of the Edwards and Lee show on 99.5 WYCD here in Detroit. They call me a redneck Barbie. I'm in love with Blake Shelton, Elvis Presley, and Kid Rock. And I just love doing what I do here in Detroit. I've lived here. This is my hometown, and I'm happy to be here.
I love it. Linda, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Linda, what charity are you playing for today?
I'm going to be playing for the Livingston Catholic Services here in Livingston County, but this is a local one that helps senior citizens remain in their home and the caretakers who take care of them. It's a really worthwhile charity.
Absolutely. Such an important cause. Linda, thank you for joining us and playing for such a great cause today. Everybody go ahead and flip those cards. Let's get you some cash for those charities. Is it texting or looking into a mirror? All right, looks like everybody says it's looking into the mirror. The correct answer for $200 with 52% of the vote. It was close, but they said texting. So nobody gets the cash there. We're going to move on. Our next question is worth $300. 2 possible answers here are dripping faucet or broken doorbell. The question is, which problem did apartment renters say they'd be most likely to fix themselves? Is it the dripping faucet or a broken doorbell? All right, the answers are in, and now it's time to meet Mr. Orlando. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. Orlando, what's your story?
I'm from Tampa, Florida. I'm right here at Wild 94.1, the Bays Party Station, where it's always a party on the radio, and I'm playing for the wonderful Julie Weintraub's Hands Across the Bay.
That's a fantastic cause, Orlando. Thanks for joining us today. Let's see what everybody put down. Is it dripping faucet or broken doorbell? Flip those cards. Orlando says drip, drip, drip. Everybody agrees with the dripping faucet. With 63% of the vote, the correct answer is the dripping faucet. You all got it. Nikki in first place with 400. Three-way tie. Everybody else has 300. And that brings us to the final question of this round, which is worth $400. More importantly, this will decide who stays and plays and who gets eliminated. So good luck to everybody and your charities. Here are the two possible answers. We've got pick it up or leave it. The question is, what did dog owners say they would do if their dog did its business on the lawn of a nasty neighbor? They gonna pick it up or they're just gonna leave it? Let's go to Miss Nikki from 99.7 The Point. How are you, Nikki?
I am great. How are you?
Great, thank you. Nikki, tell us about yourself.
You know what? I am a born and raised Kansas City girl. I've lived here my entire life, and this month is actually my 20th anniversary in radio since I started right out of high school.
Oh, congrats on the 20 years. So, Nikki, you're in first place right now. You got $400. Who are you playing for today? What's your charity?
I'm actually playing for CASA of Jackson County, Missouri, and they actually help kids, and I can feel for them for this, the abused and neglected children that are in family situations that are a little rough, helps them go through the court system. Very cool.
You guys have absolutely fantastic causes. Thank you for coming on and donating your time today to win some money. Let's do it. This is worth $400. Go ahead and flip those cards. Is it pick it up or leave it? John J. Rich and Linda say pick it up. Nikki and Orlando say, just leave the mess, it's fine. The correct answer for $400 with 64% of the vote. Correct answer is pick it up. Linda, John Jay, and Rich, you guys get the cash right there. You're all moving on. Nikki as well. Orlando, I'm so sorry, my good man. $300 just isn't enough. However, you were kind enough to give us your time, and we're not going to let you leave empty-handed. So, Orlando, we're giving you $1,000 for your charity. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And as happy as that makes me, I now have to get a little sad as we stamp the giant red eliminated across Orlando. I'm sorry. Goodbye, good sir. Congrats to John Jay and Rich, Linda, and Nikki. These three are moving on, and in a moment, they'll be down to one playing for big, big money. You got to stay right there to find out who it is when we come back to Let's Ask America. Welcome back to a very special episode of Let's Ask America. Today, we have the hottest radio DJs from around the country. They're all playing to win big, big money for their favorite charities simply by predicting what America is thinking. But now, it's about to get even harder because these next questions have three possible answers. Now, this first one is worth $500, and the three possible answers are to court, to a wedding, or to the office. And the question is, to which of these places did Southern Californians say they'd be most likely to wear flip-flops? Is it to court, to a wedding, or to the office? John Jay and Rich, you've got $700 right now. You're tied for first place. What did you put down?
Okay, well, we're close to Southern California, based here in Arizona, and, you know, people in the radio industry, they pretty much come to work in their pajamas anyway. You wear flip-flops to a wedding, faux pas. Court, guilty. We say to the office, to the office.
John Jay and Rich say it's the office. Linda, your thoughts?
In our office, we do have a dress code. It's pretty loose, but we do have a dress code. So I'm going to say Californians, they go to outdoor weddings.
Pair of Crocs. Perfectly fine to watch somebody say I do. Nikki, you have the final say?
You know what? I'm going more with Linda's angle. Court, well, you're looking at pants on, but office, beach wedding. I'm going beaches.
All right, that's two for the wedding. The correct answer with 50% of the vote. To the office. John Jay and Rich, you got it. They've got $1,200 and a budding bromance. We're going to raise the stakes yet again. This next question is worth $1,000. And here are the three possible answers. We've got alien contact, time travel, or teleportation. The question is, what event did sci-fi nerds say they most hoped would happen in their lifetime? Alien contact, time travel, or teleportation? All right, everybody's got their answers down. Linda, you were wincing at this question. What happened there?
I'm thinking time travel or alien contact, only because I don't know what teleportation is. So I said alien contact.
Nikki, your thoughts?
You know what? I gotta be honest with you. They're all great options, but being the X-Files girl that I am, and David Duchovny, I'm going Alien Contact in Area 51.
All right, so Nikki agrees. We'll go to John Jay and Rich.
You know what? We spent a lot of time at Comic-Con, and our brothers and sisters there, I think they'd freak out over Alien Contact. I think that's the way to go, right?
3 for the Alien Contact. The correct answer was 48% of the vote. They said time travel. They want the time travel. You got to ride a dinosaur or something. So nobody gets the $1,000, and that brings us to the final question of this round. It is worth $1,500. But more importantly, this will decide who stays and plays and who gets eliminated. So good luck. 3 possible answers here are under 20%, 20% exactly, or over 20%. The question is, when they're out at a restaurant, how much did waiters say they tipped their waiter? Under 20%, 20% exactly, or over 20%? All right, everybody's got their answers down. John, Jay, and Rich still in first place with $1,200. We'll start with you, gentlemen.
I would think taking care of your service people is what matters most. I'm going to think servers get that. That's how you make your money. Over 20%.
They're all in with the over 20%. I see a lot of nodding. Nikki, do you agree?
I do. I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody wants their stuff spit on. I don't care what kind of date you're on. I'm going over 20%, just the right tip.
That's 2 for the over 20. Linda, you have the final say.
I've been a waitress at many, many, many restaurants, and I know how hard they work to bring home the money, so I'm always tipping over 20%.
That's 3 for over 20% for $1,500. You guys are far more generous than the people we polled. The correct answer is under 20%. Wow, so nobody gets the $1,500. John, Jay, and Rich, and Linda, not a problem for the 2 of you. You guys are moving on. Nikki, I'm sorry, $400 just isn't enough to keep you in the game, but you know what? Again, you're playing for such a great cause. We want you to leave with $1,000 for your charity, Nikki. So please take that. You deserve it. Enjoy it. It was a pleasure to meet you, but Nikki, you've been eliminated. Goodbye to Nikki. Congrats to John, Jay, and Rich, and Linda. These 3 are moving on, and in a minute, one of them will be playing for all the money. You got to stay right there and find out who it is when we come back to Let's Ask America. Well, hello there, and welcome back to a very special edition of Let's Ask America. I'm a longtime listener, first-time caller, Kevin Pereira, and we have America's hottest DJs playing for their favorite charities. Right now, John, Jay, and Rich from Phoenix, Arizona, they're in first place with $1,200. Linda, she's fighting strong from Detroit, Michigan. She's got $700. And we are 2 questions away from finding out who will play in the final round, but things are about to get even tougher because now our contestants will have 4 possible answers to choose from. However, this first question is worth $2,000. So it's all worth it. Here we go. The 4 possible answers are the shower, the gym, the links, or the snooze button. The question is, which of these did businessmen in their 40s say was the first thing they hit on a Saturday morning? Is it the shower, the gym, the links, or the snooze button? John, Jay, and Rich, what did you decide?
I think businessmen, they're going to do the links, man. That's what they're going to go play some golf, or unless you were talking sausage.
Linda, your thoughts?
Well, I work with a lot of businessmen, the salespeople here at 99.5, and they're always talking about golf on the weekend, so I said the links.
That's 2 for the links. The correct answer for $2,000 with 49% of the vote. They said they are hitting the snooze button. They worked too hard to get up. So nobody gets the cash, and that means it all comes down to this. The final question of this round is worth $4,000. I want you guys to get this. The 4 possible answers are opening the door for you, picking up the check, giving you his seat, or offering you his jacket. The question is, what chivalrous act did women say men don't do enough of anymore? Opening the door for you, picking up the check, giving you his seat, or offering you his jacket. All right, let's go to the kings of chivalry, John, Jay, and Rich.
How simple is it to open up the door. Guys should do that more.
Linda, your thoughts?
I would say that most women would say, you need to open the door more often.
That's 2 for the opening of the door. With 45% of the vote for $4,000. You both got it. It's opening the door. So congratulations. Finally, we're giving away some big money. But Linda, I'm sorry. That was the final question of this round, and $4,700 is just not enough. However, we're not going to let you leave empty-handed. Linda, we're giving you $1,000 for your charity. So thank you so much for joining us today. But Linda, you know what comes next. We have to say it. You've been eliminated. Goodbye, Linda. Congrats to John, Jay, and Rich. $5,200. It's all for them and their charity, and in a moment, they'll have a chance to risk their winnings on one final question for a shot at up to $26,000. Find out if they're going to risk it big for their charity when we come back to Let's Ask America. Yes, indeed. Welcome back to a very special edition of Let's Ask America. Right now, John, Jay, and Rich from 104.7 KISS FM, the #1 drive time show in Phoenix, have done a killer job. They banked $5,200, all for their charity. But right now, you guys, it's decision time. You can risk any portion of your $5,200 on this final question, but if you put it all on the line, if you go all in and you get it correct, I will give you 5 times that amount for $26,000. However, John, Jay, and Rich, you go all in and you get it wrong, you walk away with nothing for your charity. So it's up to you. You can wager as much or as little as you'd like. What are you guys thinking?
When it comes to our show and our charity, we don't like to do things small. And we told you there are 14,000 kids that are living in the foster care system. So we like to go big or go home. We say all in.
Yeah! Oh, I love it. I love it. 5,200 on the line. That means you get it wrong. Yeah, you leave with nothing. You get it right. You leave here with $26,000. You guys have played a great game. I love the risk. I hope it's a huge reward for you for $26,000. Good luck, gentlemen. It all comes down to this. Here are the 4 possible answers. We've got John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever, Channing Tatum in Magic Mike, Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing, or Kevin Bacon in Footloose. Here we go. The final question is, who did women in their 50s say they would rather have as a dance partner?
All right, okay.
How many times do our babysitters watch Dirty Dancing over and over? And I say Patrick Swayze.
And that's a sexy dance move. Everyone knows, nah, bad. But, and Rich and I actually do that move where he runs to me and I pick him up and we spin around.
We have our choice, Kevin, and we are confident for the children of Arizona, for kids living in foster care, that this is right for $26K.
Let's see it, guys. Reveal it. Let's make it official. What did you write down? They went with Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing. So, John, Jay, and Rich, I know this charity means a lot to you, and it's important to the kids. Just to be a little clearer, what will the charity provide? I mean, $26,000 is a lot of money. How does that go, and how does that help the children?
For one, we're going to help a lot of kids with Christmas, which is right around the corner. We have a big Christmas wish program. So we try to help these kids with Christmas and blankets and beds and presents. And, I mean, it's a really great charity.
That's fantastic. Well, you guys, I hope you got it. For $26,000, let's find it out right now if it is Patrick Swayze. Here we go. I can tell you this, with 11% of the vote, it's not John Travolta. He was the least popular answer. And with 22% of the vote, it's not Channing Tatum. The top 2 answers were Kevin Bacon in Footloose and Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing. Those answers are separated by only 1% of the vote. Fantastic. Well, you guys, I hope you got it. For $26,000, the correct answer, with 34% of the vote. You guys are going to definitely change some lives. $26,000, you got it! Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing. John, Jay, and Rich, congrats and a half to you and your charity. You guys played an awesome game and reasoned your way to $26,000. Congratulations. You guys are amazing, and thank thank you for doing some awesome work with your charity. 26 grand. You guys join us next time on the only show where you can win 50,000 with nothing more than a webcam and a giant marker. I've had the time of my life. This is Let's Ask America. Boom! 26,000. Congratulations, guys. Awesome game.